So it is January 5th, and Jan and I were at the airport, and I did a COVID test. I did a rapid PCR test to fly, because you need a certificate, you need a negative test to fly, and I tested positive. Let me just tell you what happened. So, my flight today was at 1:45, and my test was at 9. And because of all the snow and all the ice that's been, going on here, we weren't able to leave this morning. We were supposed to leave at like 6 a.m., but like the peak of the icy roads was between 4 and 7, I think. So we wouldn't, it wouldn't have been safe to drive at 6 a.m. So we actually, we left last night. We left here at 11 p.m., tearful goodbye to the Baileys. And then we drove to DC, and we were in a hotel for the night. And then this morning, left the hotel at like 8:30 or even earlier, I think. And then we got to the airport. So we got to the airport, and at the airport, I was scheduled to do a rapid PCR test. Like I booked that a couple of days ago, paid for it on site. And I don't know if you guys remember that I did a rapid antigen test just a couple of days ago that came out negative. This was a PCR test, because apparently with the new strain, the Omicron strain, it's like it's not picked up as well by the little antigen tests. Or maybe I did it wrong, or maybe I wasn't able to test positive just yet when I did the little home test. But anyway, I did the PCR test, and then we sat outside in the little waiting area. And what I'm used to from on-site testing is that they'll email you. So I asked the woman, like, oh, are you gonna, send me an email? Should I go upstairs? And she was like, no, we'll give you a paper copy. So just wait around. Okay. Wait in this area. And sitting in that area, there were a bunch of other people who just got tested, and every now and then the person from the express test would walk out carrying some papers, and he'd go like, oh, Smith, and then people would come and pick up their negative test. So we were waiting there for quite a while. I think it was like 30 minutes, when he finally walks out and he goes, Jaquez, and I was like, oh, all right. But he didn't have paper, so I was already kind of like, what? And then he went, and I was like, oh, damn. I just knew something was wrong when he did so I followed him back into like where all the testing was, and they put me in this little like separate box. And Dulles, like Washington, like Dulles Airport has Wi-Fi, but that corner didn't, so I couldn't like notify anyone or anything. So he put me in a little room, and he's like, okay, so we got your result back, and it did actually come back positive. So we're gonna get you in touch with someone from the CDC, and they're gonna tell you exactly what to do, and you'll need to cancel your flight, and just all this information. I was like, whoa, what? Like, I started asking questions, like, wait, can I reschedule my flight instead of cancel it? And like, what do I do? And do I have to isolate and stuff? And he's like, well, someone from the CDC is coming to you, like, as soon as possible. So then I sat there for like 10 minutes by myself, just like, oh my God. And Jan was still waiting for me. Luckily, like, he decided to stay and wait for the result with me instead of just, dropping me off and being like, okay, see you, whatever. So then I was just sitting there waiting. Eventually, finally, this woman from the CDC shows up. She was only 24. She felt really young. And she just, she took a photo of my like test, of my passport, of my vaccination status. And then she went out to tell Jan, like, oh, she actually tested positive, so she won't be coming outside for a while. And then she needed a couple things from us. She needed to see a cancellation. So Jan had to go upstairs to United Airlines and reschedule or, do whatever to the flight. And then she told me that I have to isolate for 5 days. It used to be 10 days, but now it's 5. And yeah, that's it. That's kind of the story. It all took really long though, for some reason, because she kept walking out and then like staying out for a while. And I wasn't allowed to leave the little room, of course. And so what eventually happened for the flight is that Jan was able to just get it rescheduled, like a sort of an open reschedule. I get to reschedule it at any time, like whenever I'm ready. And I don't have to pay any extra fees because it's like a health emergency. So that's really nice because honestly, my first thought was like, oh my God, what if this is going to cost me so much money and like rescheduling the planes and getting another really expensive COVID test, you know? But luckily, I also don't have to get a COVID test again because if I have a recovery, then that counts as a negative test. But oh my God, it was just crazy when he walked up and he was like, "Your result was actually positive." I'm just like, "Oh my, it's just insane." So you're probably wondering, how am I feeling? I'm actually fine. You can maybe hear like my voice is a little bit sore, like my throat's been a little scratchy and like little, just a little like achy, like the type of feeling like, oh, I need to have like 2 cups of tea before I can talk again, you know, like it just feels really dry and kind of painful but it's not even that bad. Like if I take painkillers, it's sort of gone. Um, my nose is kind of stuffy and honestly, that's it. Like yesterday, I woke up with like pretty bad cold symptoms and sort of sore muscles. So then I was like, oh crap, this might be it. You know, like this might be it. But then I was also like, okay, but I can also just have a cold and my muscles are probably just sore because we shoveled snow. You know, so like that's a pretty logical explanation. But I guess it was COVID after all. So here I am. I really hope I don't get sicker, but I already feel better than yesterday. So I think I'm already like on the mend. I'm also fully vaccinated. So yeah, pretty crazy times. So I guess now I'm just gonna kill time for the next 5 days and yeah, see whatever comes along, comes along. So, by the way, I'm back at the Bainey's house now. The Baineys and I had sort of discussed it, kind of jokingly. We were like, "Oh, but what if I test positive?" But I mean, of course, I actually did. But we just I knew that I would come back here and that they would take care of me and isolate me, and I came back and the kids had even like done up my room in a really cute way. They made my bed. They put a big comfy chair in. There was also, while I was staying here in the last couple of weeks, there was this like Peloton workout machine in the corner. They got rid of that. They put up a poster and like a cute lamp and a TV, and it's very sweet. Like they just spent the morning doing up my room, and yeah, they're just gonna like leave food out for me and stuff. And so yeah, I'm very welcome to isolate here, which is very, very nice. So I'm on hold with United Airlines because flying back is going to be obviously a little bit more complicated now that I tested positive because, so like I said before, the rule in the States is 5 days of isolation and then I get like my recovery thing, but the Netherlands requires a negative COVID test. So I want to ask them if they deem a negative COVID test the same as a recovery, right? Because I might test negative or positive for the next 90 days. And the Netherlands has like, if you keep testing positive, there's like this whole like step process that you can do, but it honestly looks like that might be hundreds of dollars. So I'm going to try to avoid that at all costs. But of course, I've been in line or on hold for almost 40 minutes.
Days booked with the hotel and on United purchases, and 1 mile per dollar spent on all of.
So I gave up on the United Airlines phone call. It just lasted forever. And yesterday I got through straight away, so maybe there's just a better time to call them than right at this time. Um, yeah, this is kind of my life now. Luckily, I'm in a pretty luxurious room with a TV and pretty much every streaming app you can imagine. I have my laptop, I have my e-reader, and this TV that I have is full of like nifty little things. I think it's like an Alexa or an Echo, or they might be the same thing, I'm not sure. But I can say this, and then it sort of like broadcasts it to the other Alexas in this house. So Jack has one in his room, and I think there's one in the kitchen. So I can say like, Alexa, make an announcement. What are you guys up to?
Announcing.
What are you guys up to?
Absolutely nothing.
Make an announcement.
What's the announcement?
Oh my God, same.
Announcing.
Oh my God, same. Hey. Is that dinner?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. So this is my COVID dinner. A pizza, some garlic knots, salad, and a Diet Coke. And I know they ordered a big pizza, so I was kind of like, just one slice of pizza, that might not be enough. But she said, well, what Jack said is that obviously once they send something up here and I don't eat it, it's COVID-y, so it makes sense that I can eat like smaller portions at the time. So yeah, that's my first COVID dinner. Hey, it is now day 3 of my quarantine. I didn't film anything yesterday, but I'm doing better. Like, I'm honestly, symptom-wise, I'm completely fine. Maybe you can hear I still have a little bit of a stuffy nose, but my throat ache's completely gone. I'm not even taking painkillers anymore. I do notice that, like, yesterday, at the end of the day, I got super tired, like, around 10 or something. I was exhausted despite doing nothing all day, so I don't know, I guess maybe I do actually have COVID. I don't know, it feels so weird. I can't believe I actually have it because I feel so fine. Like, I don't feel sick. But yeah, I guess I do just have the coronavirus right now. So Robin just texted me that she and Jack are in Sweet Frog and that we could just text our orders. I didn't even know you could get like a takeout from Sweet Frog, but I'm getting Sweet Frog. Oh my god.
We have a complimentary Sweet Frog here.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's awesome. Oh wow. This is beautiful. This makes COVID much more fun. Day 4, checking in. I'm still going. Okay, Brooke delivered some stuff for me. It's outside of my door. Ooh. This is cute. So they got me an almond milk iced coffee, a sandwich, some, I don't know what you'd call these, like sour candy, and a meatless, like a plant-based, like, cookbook. That's super cute. Oh, this makes it easier. I have a good feeling about this sandwich. Oh. Oh yeah. This is the saddest, biggest waste ever. I dropped the iced coffee. So now everyone came in here, socially distanced with masks, of course, like handing me towels to clean it up. Oh, this sucks. It's such a waste of iced coffee too. I'm so looking forward to it. I have one sip. At least the sandwich is incredible. So I don't know if this is a COVID symptom or not, but I'm super, super tired at the end of the day. Like, despite doing absolutely nothing. Like, last night, I think I really, like, fell asleep hard. Like, passed out at 10:30. And I didn't wake up until, like, 11. So, full 12 hours of sleep, you know. Woke up exhausted, like, you know, confused. Where am I? Like, that type of waking up. And then today, I'm, once again, doing absolutely nothing. Took a shower, watched an episode of stuff, laid down, read a book. I think I filmed that, like, so you can see me, like, reading a book, fell asleep for 3 hours. Like, just took the hardest nap again. And, like, I woke up at, like, 7:30 at night. It's dark outside, you know, confused. And now it's, like, 8:45, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna have trouble sleeping in a couple hours. Like, I'm so exhausted. Like, I'm yawning thinking about it. I'm so tired. Hey, it's day 5. This is my last day in quarantine. I'm actually feeling a little bit worse than when I started. I mean, I guess all my other, like, sickness symptoms, like, are completely gone. Like, no headache, throat ache, you know, having to blow my nose every 5 seconds. Just all those cold symptoms are completely gone, but I'm just exhausted. I slept so much yesterday, and then, like, I took a 3-hour nap, and then this morning I woke up and then, like, kind of late as well, and I didn't really come out of bed. I didn't really have the energy to get up and, like, get dressed, so I'm just gonna keep taking it easy. Like, I'm gonna keep resting a lot. But yeah, this is my last day of quarantine already, like official quarantine. And then I have to stay here for another 6 days until the Netherlands accepts me back. So yeah, my last day. Wow.
Smile.
Service with a smile.
With a smile.
Wow, look at
I
that.
think that
That is a
you
fantastic
probably
dinner.
won't have any more fries because of that.
Hello, it is January 10th, and that means that this is day 6, or I guess yesterday was day 5 of quarantine or isolation for me. So I get to go out today. I'm still gonna keep my distance from the Baileys and wear a face mask, and although technically the requirements are that you're fever free for 24 hours, and I've not had a fever at like any point. My symptoms have been long gone, except for being tired yesterday, but even like today I feel fine in that regard. So yeah, this is my get out of jail card today. So Robin and the kids are at school and Jan's working in the basement, so I guess I don't really need to be wearing a face mask, but oh, and the Christmas tree is gone because they've been cleaning up. Yeah, I'm out. I can go get my own glass of orange juice. Well, this is me having the glass of orange juice that I poured myself. There's not really anything, like, Jan just came up, said hi to him. But since everyone's gone, there's not really much of a difference than what I was already doing, which is like watching TV and reading and stuff. So I guess I'll just get back to that, but just in a different space. Hello, so today it is January 12th, and not really much has changed in my situation. Like, the kids and Robin still go to school, Jan works in the basement, I chill and sleep during the day, then we have dinner together, then they go to bed, and it sort of starts over again. So in terms of like excitement, you know, it's not really been much different. I did get some bad news in terms of like going back though. I was under the impression that there would be no extra costs to anything. Like, I thought I would get my recovery and I would be allowed to fly, and that I'd get, I don't know, some type of redemption for costs of rescheduling or something. I don't really know what I thought, but unfortunately, I have to pay for pretty much everything. I have to pay for like a last minute flight to go back. I potentially have to pay for another COVID test. If I still test positive, I got tested yesterday. If I still test positive, I have to pay for a recovery. So that was some bad news in terms of paying. But yeah, so that's the situation right now. We're just waiting for me to get my test back so we know if I test positive or negative. And then based on that, we can start making a plan to get me back. But in the meantime, nothing, I'm not really doing anything. So I think this is where I'm going to end my big COVID vlog. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. If I get to go back at one point, I'll make a new video about that. So again, thanks for watching and see you next time.